to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Next is approval of today's agenda.
Lance, I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is the minutes.
Lance, I make a motion to approve the minutes from December 10th, 2025 as presented.
I'll second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now I have his claims for payment.
Lance, I make a motion to approve the claims for payment for December 17th, 2025.
I'll second. Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now I have his consideration approved submitting recommendation to DNR on the animal feeding operation construction permit application, South Tipton Ridge Site, Section 20 of Tipton Township. Taylor?
Just that we agreed with their numbers. I don't really have much to say. So I guess I'll recommend approval.
And this was just increasing the amount of pigs in the same building, no
Correct.
new
Same
construction or anything.
Yep.
I'll make that motion.
Well, second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
TJ,
Aye.
Lance,
Aye. Motion carries. Now I have his consideration approve a release of a mortgage. What this was a mortgage that was through Region 6. It was a 10-year commitment. The commitment's been made. And I think it was over about 2 years ago. It's just never been released. And I believe they're trying to sell the property now, so we have to sign off on that.
Yep.
They just need to authorize me to sign it.
So Lance, I make a motion to approve the release of mortgage as document 2011-2049.
I'll second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. Well, they've met all their requirements needed.
Right, yeah, it's been satisfied.
Yep. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now I have his change of status, which I don't have any, so other business, I got Mark. Come on up.
Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Gonna give you a copy. Lance, there's one for me. You. Anybody else interested in some? Overnight. This is actually our annual report, which has been out for about 6 months, and I should have gotten here and presented prior to this, but I just hadn't done that. Give you another update. So this is our annual report for 2025. If you just open it up, you'll see on the left-hand side some of the new businesses that came to Iowa Falls. And on the right side, there's kind of an overview of our business retention and expansion reports, which are the business visits that I do to the area businesses throughout the year. Last year, I visited 35 businesses. And the year before that, I had about 17 businesses. So if you then open it up further, all the way open, the top 2/3 there in the buff background is actually the business retention and expansion report. So you have infographics about some of the questions that I ask the businesses while I'm with them. And there's about 40 questions that I go through. And, just as a highlight, we talk about new products or services anticipated in the next couple of years. We look about new products or services that have been introduced in the last 3 years. And, we're really looking at the competitiveness and innovation of the business. Are they staying ahead of the market? Are they being innovative in their industry? Of course, we look at total company sales. Are they decreasing or stable? 2024, actually, most of our businesses were either stable or increasing. I have completed about 35 businesses for this year already, which will be next year's report. And I can tell you that businesses have been down this year. So it's been a little tougher economy with the agricultural economy is a drag on on everything. We look at what types of training is needed for employees, and most of that is on the job training. And then way over to the right, that last panel there, we ask businesses to list priorities for what they see would make the community and the area more competitiveness. And you see that housing opportunities for workforce and childcare were the top two. Childcare obviously impacts the workforce's ability to enter the workforce, be reliable and show up every day, and all of those kinds of things. Then we take at the that bottom third of the folder there, and the snapshot one just looks at the economic impact of the economy as a whole. So we have about 1.7 million in imports and 1.6 million in exports. We look at the county population. We look at average annual wages, the number of jobs, which actually increased from 2019, and the number of manufacturing jobs. Then we look at the number of operating businesses and then total sales. Snapshot 2, as we move right along the bottom, Ellsworth Community College and its impact. We have about $4.5 million in payroll, and that's not including benefits. About over $1 million in scholarships that they provide every year. And some of the impact their RN class had 100% passage rate for their state boards, which is impressive. And then it also looks at the top 7 graduating classes, what those courses are. Snapshot 3, as we move along, looks at crops and agriculture. We have over 333,000 acres of farmland with nearly 840 farms in Hardin County. We're number 8 in corn production in the state, number 5 in hog production in the state. And then finally, as we continue to move along the right, we look at local health care, and Hanson Family Hospital is a huge economic driver with nearly $17 million in wages. And that's over 5% of all wages in Hardin County, and it's over 5% of all jobs in Hardin County. So then as you fold it up and look at the very back of it, those are some of the workshops that we provided over that year. We had 6 workshops that we provided to businesses so that we provided them at a low cost so that they were both affordable, they were local, people didn't have to travel, we made them convenient, and continue to try and provide services to our local businesses. And then I guess just as an update of some other things that we've had going on in the last month or so, I met with Billy Asmus of Repaint Studios. She has leased space in River Hills Mall for warehousing and order fulfillment, and is going to eventually have a retail store that she's working through the due diligence of the deal from the Shark Tank and that capital infusion in her business. And gave her some information on the sign grant program and revolving loans if she needed further financing options. Alliant Energy has decided not to build a new service center in Iowa Falls. They've contacted me about marketing that 13-acre parcel of property that they bought. It's already zoned for heavy industrials, so that'll be a nice additional industrial site for us to market. Again, I've continued with the business retention expansion visits this year. I've visited over 30 businesses so far. I met with Smart Solutions Group, which is an economic development consulting firm out of Des Moines, and Turner Marketing out of Cedar Rapids to discuss a targeted businesses marketing campaign that we're gearing up to start about the 3rd week of January. So we're creating campaign content right now and establishing landing pages on our website that will be particular to each of the 3 industries that we're going to target. And I'm working with a couple of businesses to bring University of Northern Iowa business succession planning to their business. So we look at that transition as people plan ahead. An update on Princess Project. We've seen the first pay application from the contractor, so things are moving along. The roofing work is complete, interior work is ongoing. We'll be going through the winter months as they do new framing, moving the plumbing and electrical to match the floor plan. And then the west exterior walls plan for next spring. New windows are all in the second story. And then finally, I mentioned in October when I was here last that we had done a service industry survey in Iowa Falls and identified IT services, financial accounting services, and legal services as three business services that people were going out of town to acquire. And since that time, we've had two different accountants open up part-time offices in Iowa Falls. And we have a new attorney, Colin Culhop, who has established a new office, Iowa River Legal, on Washington Avenue in Iowa Falls. So that's what I've got.
One question, two parts. Biggest asset for growing economic development and biggest hurdle.
Well, biggest hurdle is probably again goes back to our housing is an issue. People have to have a place to live. Bringing in a new business that's going to employ a lot of people, finding those workers and even getting them to come to work someplace and relocate. There's very little housing, makes it pretty difficult. We're small. And businesses look at larger communities that have more amenities that can attract workforce. So it's a very difficult process to go through. So second part of your question was
Asset? Best asset?
Well, we have a loyal workforce. We have a good workforce. I mean, that's one of the things that employers report to me. There's a lot of employers who have employees that have been with them for 25, 30 years. And that's very much appreciated by the employer. And we have a good educational system. Our students are coming out better prepared than in a lot of places. So that's a big help. And we do have a couple of industrial sites now, and that's going to be one of the things that we're going to be marketing when we start in January, is the new industrial site that we're acquiring. So there's plan and opportunity that's available.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Other business. Public comments.
Yes.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I just wanted to stop in and say hi and always, right before session starts, I just want to let everybody know the door is always open to give me a call, email me. And a lot of you who know me, if I don't email you right back, just call me back or email, because a lot of times we have a lot of things coming at us over the session. And I also want to thank, I think it goes unsaid, the involvement that your county courthouse here has on getting a hold of me, also getting a hold of Josh Meggers, is second to none. And down at the State House, I get to brag on the Hardin County Courthouse. And also Poweshiek County has been really good about jumping on Zooms, asking for Zooms, with particular legislators if they have any kind of concerns. So this is just kind of a thank you to our supervisors for making sure that you're involved in the process, and that, sometimes we have to agree to disagree, or let's keep working on this to try to make it be better for Hardin County and also across the state. Because, for example, the abstract bill that I've been working on for the last 4 or 5 years. And with the abstract bill, if any of you read your abstracts from your farms, it's not on there if you're in a drainage district. And then I have constituents of mine, and we've all talked about it from the auditor's office and also the clerk and also the supervisors. Well, Annette, we need to have on the books in code that when you get your abstract and you get your title opinion, that the drainage districts should be put on the abstracts. Well, we got that bill passed last year. So thank you all very much for helping me with that. And then we have just a few glitches in other types of legislation, but we'll work with that because sometimes people say, once a bill is passed, oh, it's done. You can't do anything about it. Well, yes, you can. And everybody here in our courthouse that are sitting here that I'm looking at, that I just thank you all very much for being involved. And I'm pretty lucky to be down there and have this kind of involvement. So any questions for me at all?
Well, you talked about the drainage. That was something that we approached you. That one got through. I know you've had numerous meetings here. I know it hasn't been with all three of us, obviously, but Connie's not here. She held a meeting with you with assessors from, what was that, five or six different counties.
Yes, that's correct.
Jolene, I know, has held meetings. I know you brought Dawson to the table with this House File 718, which we struggle with highly, but
Yes,
you and I have talked about that numerous times.
numerous. I've lost count. It wasn't just meeting at the coffee attic in Iowa Falls. It was doing also coming to my house and sitting there for what, 3 hours? And then we also had past Representative Polly Granzo there, who was a supervisor. Then she was also a legislator to view that bill. So, and I'm also going through the Iowa Doge. And there's a couple things that really concern me about county governments. And I know that our city of Iowa Falls will also take any questions that I have and I'll take your comments. So it was just a thank you, and session starts January 12th. I have the State Agriculture Rural Leaders Meeting the first weekend in January, where last year I hosted it here in Iowa. We had, apology, I got it, sore throat. We had over 200 participants, 80 of which were legislators across the United States and Canada. We are still having Canadians come to the table with us to discuss ag issues. And that's very important because that's our number one driver here in the state of Iowa. So thank you all very much. And I hope everybody has a blessed Christmas.
Meeting before you leave,
Yeah.
you're gonna stick around for drainage.
Oh, sure.
Good. You might have a question on that one yet.
Okay, sure.
All right, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Any other public comments? Okay, I can ask for adjournment.
I'd make a motion to adjourn.
All second, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries for adjourn. Give you an update on Buckeye.